Hello everyone. Happy Wednesday. November already. I'm just waiting to see myself come up in my feed to make sure I'm live. And I can't see myself, so hang on a minute. Here I am. There I am. All right. Okay, so welcome everyone. I can see I've got a big black. What is that from? What is that? There's a big black. Oh, okay, it was my light. I just moved it out of the way. All right, so are we all good? I just need to move my fan more to me, and it's really hot and humid today. So if you're here, jump on and say hello. And I'm not sure, I never know whether comments are showing or what's going on. Anyway, okay, so it's November already. Oh my goodness. There's like seven Christmases, no, 7 Mondays to Christmas or something ridiculous. That's not many. I'm just going to wait for a few people to jump on and then we'll get started. So I'm playing today with the Eden's Garden stamp set because our 52 tags SU challenge, we're up to the letter E already. Far out. I can't believe we're up that far already. And I'm not seeing any comment. There we go. I don't know how you can keep comments on the screen. If anyone knows, let me know. Sorry, my hand's going to keep getting in the way. Alright, but we're up to the letter E in the alphabet. So I'm using Eden's Garden. And this is available now. It was available from the 2nd of November. And it is an early release from the upcoming Occasions catalogue. Or sorry, the January to June mini catalogue that will be coming out in January. So the stamp set and the dies and maybe the paper are available in the new catalogue coming out, but maybe the paper's not, the gems are not, I know that. Paper, I think the dies and the stamp set is, but the paper's not. Anyway, so I'm using Eden's Garden today. And while I've got you here so I can get them away off my desk out of the way, because they are currently in the way, I have the Eden's Garden Stampin' by Mail available to register for. The full class is $41 and it includes the specialty designer series paper which has the gold foiling in it. And you get that packet of paper plus the tutorials for 6 card projects and full colour tutorials. Does that make sure? That doesn't make any sense. Words are hard today. Oh my lord. Okay, so start again. Eden's Garden tutorial. $41 for the full class. For that you get the packet of specialty designer series paper, 6 project kits with full colour instructions and enough supplies to make 2 of each project. Got it. Oh my goodness, words are hard today. Right, so registration is open. The people who signed up last month, their product has been ordered, tutorials emailed, and the project kits will be going in the mail this afternoon or tomorrow. So I'm on the ball with those ones, so it pays to sign up early because you get your stuff earlier. Anyway, these are the projects. So really quick, go through the 6 projects, 3 landscape, 3 portrait cards, all using the muted greens that are in the designer series paper. So a emphasis on the soft succulent and the evening evergreen colorway for these projects. So look for the sign up, it's on my page. I will also put a link in the description box or in the information box under this video when I have finished. So that's the Eden's Garden Stampin' by Mail. You can sign up now. So today, because our 52 tags challenge were up to the letter E in the alphabet, I wanted to use Eden's Garden. But if you saw my note, I wanted to use other colours than green, or other colours than the muted colours that are in that paper that goes with that stamp set. Anyway, see, I told you, words are hard today. So I'm going to use some bright colours today. And when I thought bright colours, I thought this Pattern Party Designer Series paper that's in the catalogue. It's 12 by 12 inch paper. Massive pack of paper. You get 48 sheets of paper. And it is nice and bright and cheery. Beautiful papers. If you haven't seen them, I'm not going to run through them all. I'll just do a really quick flick through. But you can see they're all bright and cheery. Nice, lovely, bold. Well, not quite so bold, some of them. And on the back are black and whites. So if you don't like the bright colours, there's a muted colourway on the back, which is black and white. So really, really pretty, great variety of designs in this paper. So that's a more muted than, say, that, which is quite bright. But the black and whites on the back are really nice. So that is the paper I'm using today. So definitely not the colours that you're probably used to seeing with this Eden's Garden stamp set. And this is a host-only pack of paper. It is huge. So when your order reaches over 250, then you can choose this packet of paper. But you don't have to do the 250 yourself. Get your friends together, combine your orders into one, and then you can qualify for this gorgeous paper. So that's what I'm using today. Right. And I'm using some sketches because I love using sketches. Sometimes when the brain is not working and the mojo's run away, then you can use some sketches. Are great to get the mojo back. So I'm using this one. So these are the card mats by Becky Fleck that I have used in the past. I've told you about them in the past. I've linked to them before. So this is the first one I'm doing, and these are from April 2019. Then I'm doing this one down here, and this third one I'm combining both the tag for the tags challenge and a card together. So that's the one I'm choosing for that. So the first one, I've got everything ready to go, and I've got a lot pre-cut today, so I'm not going to be here for like an hour odd like we have been in the past. We're going to get this done and dusted. This card making hobby doesn't have to be a really long one. Doesn't have to be very time consuming. So hopefully today I can show you that. Alright, so just going to move that over there so we can still see, hopefully we can still see that sketch. I have the card base, which I am using crushed curry card base. Then we've got a patterned paper, so I've chosen this lovely green. It's got a self stripe with a lovely white floral stemmy pattern, really pretty. Then I have, I think I'm going to mount that on white, that's what this piece is for, because it's sort of lost on the yellow. So I'm going to mount that on the white. If you're here watching, jump on and say hello. Okay, and then this piece here is the middle bit there. I've got mine a little bit smaller than theirs because I wanted to show off this gorgeous paper. Because the pattern on the paper is not really, really small, I needed to show more of the paper to see more of the pattern. So if the pattern was small, I could make this bit bigger because you can see enough of the pattern around the outside. But because this pattern is like from there to there, each one, I need a fair bit of it showing so you can get the full idea of what the pattern is. So on here we're going to stamp our Eden's Garden spray of flowers, leaves, whatever they are. This one here. Okay, so I'm hoping with the with the colours that are in this Designer Series paper pack, and I'm using the crushed curry That's why I chose that card base, because these sort of 3 cards, sorry, go together. Alright. So this is the crushed curry. Now the trick with these distinctive stamp sets is to not have too wet of a paper pad, ink pad, sorry. If you have too wet of an ink pad, they won't stamp right. And I want to make sure this is going to stamp properly. So I'm going to use my scratch paper. Yep, and that to me looks like that's pretty good. And you can see in the sketch, it's just a floral spray on that piece. So I don't know whether to do the one in the middle or I might do 2, because I think 1 is not going to be enough. So I'm going to put 1 there like that, and then angle this one a little bit differently. Or do I want to do, let's go this way. Okay, so there, I don't like that. Okay, I need to change that. I need to flatten my edges of my cardstock because I've got a bit of a lip on them from when I cut it. Just as well, there's 2 sides of every bit of paper. So let me work out if I do that. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to do 1 there, and then just 1 there, because they're angled better, much better. They're angled the same. Right, so now my sentiment, I'm just going to do a sentiment across the top in the middle. And I might just do hello there. And I'm not going to raise it on anything. I'm just going to use black straight across the middle. And again, I'm just going to stamp it off just to make sure that I get it straight. Yep, so if I line up the bottom of my stamp straight, then the rubber, then the stamp will be straight. I hope that's not out of shot. I'm sorry if my head gets in the way. Hello there. I'm going to tie in the black. We're using a little bit of, now this is retired, I know, but we do have the black baker's twine in the combo pack with the other 3 colours. So, but this is retired in my drawer and it's still black, so I'm just going to use it. In the sketch, bring that back in, they have the twine going all the way around the card front. I'm just going to do it on these layers. Okay, so let's just glue our paper to our piece of white cardstock. Now the white cardstock is 4 inches by 5 3/4, which means this piece of patterned paper is 3 7/8 by 5 3/4, 5 1/2, maybe, no, 5 5/8, sorry. Is that right? It's 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. Off the top of my head. Now that's for Australian sized cards. I had someone contact me about some of my Stampin' by Mails, and they raised a very good question. She asked if my tutorials are for US market. Now I do advertise them for overseas, but it totally missed my consciousness that the card sizes in America are totally different to the rest of the world. So even though I give my measurements in inches, they won't fit an American size card, and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, I have here some templates. Alright, so this is the Australian sized card base. No, it's not. Wait a minute. There's ours. There's ours. Alright, so this is our Australian-based, or actually the rest of the world, just based on A4. So there's our card base, and this is the Americans' card base. So you can see the difference, and my measurements that I give in my tutorials won't work for US size cards. Now, a lot of experienced card makers can work out that if I say my first layer is 4 by 5 3/4, they can see the little edge that I have on the side. They're going to know to cut it down appropriately to fit their card base. But for people out there who are not experienced, they're going to need to know that this is their first level. This is their first layer, okay, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Whereas in Australia, it's 4 by 5 3/4. So there's a big difference in that. So I'm going to, in my current classes that I have on offer at the moment, that are open, I am going to add a little conversion document for my measurements. So it's not going to be available straight away. It might take me a week to get it done. But just know that if you are based in the US and you use the letter size paper and not the A4, that I will have conversion measurements eventually to cover your size cards. Because it just totally skipped my mind. I went, yeah, okay, I'm giving measurements in inches. Like, well, that's not going to work because their cards are totally different. Yeah, anyway. Alright, so this is our first card. Quick and easy. Okay, and that is going to go on here with dimensionals. I've got them a little bit twisted, but it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, I did, didn't I? It's okay. Right, dimensionals. Right, so that's the change I'm going to be bringing in for all my Stampin' mails going forward, so that the instructions are to fit not only just in inches, but actually to fit the American size cards. Because I just totally skipped my mind. I know that you guys use a different size, and oh, totally missed. Alright, so this is card 1, nearly done. And the exciting thing starting tomorrow is that we have a joining special. How cool is that? So, it's not on straight. The joining special is, instead of paying $169 for the starter kit, you only pay $130. Cool. You still get the $235 worth of product and free shipping, but you only pay $130. That is ridiculous. Ridiculously good is what that is. Alright, there's card 1. Really super simple stamping, and you could step this up more by raising this piece here that I've got the stamping and the sentiment on, and just putting the twine around that bit, not around the whole bit. But I'm following the sample and I'm keeping it simple. So there's our first card. Alright, second one. Oh, I've lost them. Here we go. Okay, so our second one is this one here with the stripy paper at the top and then the leaves down the bottom. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to bring in some green. I think it's Granny Apple green. Well, that's what I'm going to use anyway. And I can see I'm going a bit blurry, am I? I'm sorry, I'm probably cutting in and out. I don't know what the rest of the family are doing on the internet. I didn't even check. Right, I'm going to use maybe this one. and maybe that one, or maybe just the one. I'll see. Right, so the idea is to represent this down here. I'm just going to stamp along here in the granny green. So this, even though it's green, I know it's green, but it's not, I'm going to start in the middle. It's not the greens like you see in that other paper, the Ever Garden, the Ever, I don't even know what the name, what's the name of it? Oh my goodness. Alright, so now I'm going to add in some little yellow bits. This one. Just over the top. There we go. Our sentiment down the bottom. This time I want, actually I might use the same one. We'll just do the same. Hello there. Alright. Now, don't freak, I've got a whole piece of pattern paper here. Some people would say that's a waste of paper and they would trim it down. I'm not going to worry about that. Not going to worry. I'm going to glue this on. It's only a little bit of paper and I have so much paper, so it's going to worry me that I'm going to waste that little bit. Make sure it's lined up to the bottom. Alright, and then I have a 1/4 inch strip of the crushed curry I'm going to put on top of that. Just to join the two pieces. It doesn't overlap it, it just sits straight above it. And then I'm going to grab my handy dandy twine. They don't have this in the sketch, but I'm going to add it because I added it to the last one. Wrap it around. To that card. There we go. And then I am going to just glue that to the front of the card. I'm not going to worry about dimensionalizing it. I think just gluing it will be fine. That twine is not very bulky, so it's not going to sit too far up off the card that it's going to look really weird. If that worries you, the little raised section, then certainly you can use dimensionals. Okay, and there is card 2. How quick and easy was that? Oh no, I've got glue on there. How did I manage that? There we go. Okay, so there is card 2. Looks just like the sketch. I'm not going to worry about this little bit up here. I think that is pretty cute, just like it is. So there's card 2. Alright, so for card 3, I'm actually going to make the tag first and then pop the tag on the card. So I am using, get the punch out, I'll show you in a minute. For my tag, I'm using this punch, which is called, somewhere, and I can't see it for looking, oh, because it's in a bundle, the Elegant Tag. Isn't that's very elegant. The Elegant Tag, it's $31. I'll buy it in the bundle with the stamp set, and the bundle is $63.75. So that is a really cute tag. So I'm using this one, but I wanted to show you how you can make a tag of any length. So I've got just here a strip of white cardstock, and it measures however wide the tag is. So to get that measurement, I punched a normal tag first, and then I just measured it. It is 4.4 centimeters, or 1 3/4 inches. So I just took a strip that size, I fed it through the end here, and I'm just going to punch so I get the nice top end, the fancy top end. Then you're just going to feed the other end into the other end of the punch and make it as long as you want. For some reason that is not feeding any further. Why not? That's how long it's going to be. And then, alright, so there is our super long tag. How cool is that? Look at that. So basically doubled, a little bit more than doubled the length of our tag. So this is going on our card. So I'm using this sketch here, which has the tag with the jar and the flowers, twine and a sentiment. So I have my card base, which is my crushed curry. Then I have my beautiful patterned paper. And then I wanted to put this on another piece of cardstock because this, I fear, is going to get lost on there. So let's just cut a piece that is, let's do 2 inches. I think it might be right for lengthwise. Okay. What I can do if I wanted to, let's do that. This may not work, but it just, the idea just came to me. I'm going to feed, oh it's too wide, it won't fit. Don't worry, forget that. It's going to give it the nice edge, but it's actually too thick to do that. So I'm just going to sit it on there, and I am going to trim a little bit off that. Alright, I'm just going to trim off, oh that was crooked I think. Wait a minute, that was crooked. Oh goodness. 1/2 inch and a slither, because I had it crooked. Okay, and that is just going to sit on there so that it doesn't get lost on our patterned paper. So now we're just going to decorate our tag. And we're going to use this stamp in our crushed curry. No, we're not. I'm going to do a jar first. That's what I had this one here for. The tiny little jar from the jar of flowers is just a perfect size. And we'll just keep with the same colours. So we're going to have a green jar, granny apple green jar. Well, hopefully that's in the middle. Look at that. Wow. And then our yellow bunch of flowers above that. And if I position them right, hopefully oh, look at that. And of course we're going to tie some twine around there. I'm actually going to use a little bit of ribbon around there, I think. Oh, actually, I have a little strip of, let's do that. Oh, I'll probably cut too much twine off for this, but anyway. Oh, stay still. That's better. And they have a lovely bow. Well, it's not that lovely, but it's a bow, put it that way. There's our bow at the top. Turn it around, there we go. Keeps getting caught on their little swirly bits. There we go, there's our bow. One's a bit bigger than the other. Let's see. There we go. So, on here, I'm just going to pop on this bit of crushed curry. Just to cover up that it doesn't quite gel properly, that stamp set, with the bars. But we can embellish it and make it work. Okay, so now we want a little bit of white that I didn't grab out. For our sentiment. And I wonder what will fit on there. Will the Let's Celebrate Everything fit? Probably not. Too wide. I'm going to have to grab out another stamp set. I want a small sentiment to go across there. Bear with me. I want to find a small sentiment. Talk amongst yourselves. I've got all my Christmas ones handy, so they're not going to work for me, are they? There's some little ones in here. What's that one say? Love you. What's that? Love you much. That'll work. This is from the Pansy Patch. Just going to do this in black. Oh gosh. Just lining that on the bottom edge. And going to trim it. Trim the ends. I might just keep them square. And their centre may end up the same size as that piece of, no, it's a little bit smaller. Okay, that will work. I'd actually like that bigger, but it'll work. Can I do it again? I'm going to do it again. Because I actually wanted it longer, so I trimmed it too much. Okay, so now this is right, trim it about there, like my accurate measuring. Trim it about there. Right, perfect. I want that hanging out a little bit. Oh, I nearly dropped it. Now I'm going to put that on little dimensionals. Just wide enough. Oh, and I should have put that on there because it's hanging off the edge. That was silly. Let's put a couple in the middle. Another one there, I think, next to that one. Okay, and then we have down the bottom a space for more of this black twine. Tie this one in a knot, not a bow, because we have a bow at the top. Oh, twine, stop it. Behave yourself. Okay. Right. There's our tag. Now I'm not going to stick it onto the card because I want to take a photo of the tag before I put it on the card, but I will show you what the final card's going to look like. So we just have the patterned paper, and I've covered up the sketch. Make sure the cards are in the right way. And I'll cut that paper a little bit short, or I'll cut that card base a little bit big, but it's all fine. Just get that on there straight. Right, so there's our beautiful pattern paper. And now this piece of crushed curry is just going to sit there as a backing for our tag. And then I'm going to put the tag on dimensionals. I'm going to raise it. I'm not going to finish that now, like I said, because I want to take a photo of that tag before I finish it. Because I want to post the tag separately. So there we go. Now I'm going to clean up some mess and recap some things. I'm sorry, that was my acrylic blocks being noisy. Okay, so today we have used the Eden's Garden stamp set in other colours than what comes in that Garden Ever, I don't even have my pack of paper here, in that matching DSP that comes with this stamp set at the moment. And I've also lost the colour. Here we go. Okay, so these colours. These are the soft succulent and evergreen colours that are in that designer series paper, whatever it's called. Oh, so good. I'll have it linked below. So this is my Stampin' by Mail. Registration is open until the 14th of November. I've already sent out the ones that for the people who have already registered. So registration is open till the 14th of November. It's $41 for the class. That includes the packet of paper and project kits for 6 cards. Enough supplies to make 2 of each card and the full colour instructions. If you're overseas, the instructions, the tutorial bundle only is $20. Alright, so that's the Stampin' by Mail class. I don't use the stamp set in the class. You just use the packet of paper and you provide your own sentiments. Now on my sample cards, I have used the stamp set for the sentiments, but you provide your own sentiments for the class. Alright, so this is the Eden's Garden stamp set. I wanted to use this today in different colours because the paper was available with the stamp set. Everyone's been doing it in those sort of muted colours, so I wanted to do something brighter, and that's the idea of today's cards. Also, because on our 52 tags SU challenge, we are up to the letter E, so E for Eden's Garden. I have used more of Becky Fleck's card map sketches, and I have used this one for our first card. Nice and simple, just in simple stamping, the sentiment straight on top of the stamping, some DSP and some cardstock and a little bit of twine. Really, really simple. You can obviously add to that. You can add embellishments, you can add another layer here, you can put this up on dimensionals, you can put some die cuts, the dies that go along with the stamp set. You can put some dies coming out there, lots of different ways to step this up. And I might actually do a video showing a couple of stepped up versions of this card. The second one we did was this sketch down here, which is your striped paper and your leaves or flowers and a sentiment. And this is my interpretation of that sketch, and this is my favourite from today. So I have the striped piece of designer series paper, and then this piece we just stamped some leaves down in different colours. I've got the granny apple green and the crushed curry, and a sentiment piece of quarter-inch piece of cardstock, and then some twine. And again, you can dress this one up as well. And then the third one, I created this tag using this centerpiece of this sketch as inspiration. So there's the tag. It's just a jar with the flowers on top, a sentiment across the middle, and just some twine. And then to complete the card, the tag just goes onto that middle strip of cardstock. That will be raised on dimensionals on the cardstock. And then just a piece of designer series paper and card base. Nice and easy, quick and simple. That's what we like, simple stamping. So there's today's 3 cards. Don't forget, my Eden's Garden Stampin' by Mail is open for registration until the 14th of November. Now another Stampin' by Mail I have open for registration as well, and again this one closes on the 14th of November, is my Baubles Stampin' by Mail. So these are the cards that are going to be in the Baubles stamp that are in the Baubles Stampin' by Mail. 6 Christmas cards, red and green. You again get the project kits for each of these with supplies enough to make 2 of, and the full colour instructions. The class fee for this is $35. That includes the Heartwarming Hugs packet of 12 by 12 inch designer series paper, and everything is die cut, ready to go. You just need to cut the designer series paper, glue, stick and assemble. Alright, so that class again, I will have the link listed below, and sign-ups for that one are open until the 14th of November as well. What else did we cover? Last thing we covered was the joining special starting tomorrow So instead of paying the normal $169 to join, you pay just $130. So that there is a $30 odd saving. Sorry, it's someone at my door. So that's a saving already, $39 saving, and you get free shipping, and you still get to choose the $235 worth of product for just $130. So that's really, really cool. And the bonus on that is that we have a seasonal sale coming mid-November, 16th to the 18th of November, which means if you join before then as a demonstrator, you get the cheaper price to join, plus when it comes to sale time, you get your demonstrator discount on top of the sale price. So for example, if supplies on this sale, now I don't have the details of the sale yet, they are still coming, but if the sale is 15% off, as a demonstrator and you join now, you'll be guaranteed 35% off those items. Bonus, fantastic, excellent reason to join. Besides the fact I'd love to have you on my team, and it's just, I'll tell you, being a demonstrator is amazing. You don't have to do classes, you don't have to sell anything to other people, you can just buy your supplies at a discount. Who doesn't love a 20% discount with the opportunity to get more? So in the sale, it's going to be more than a 20% discount. So join my team, I'd love to have you. Look out for the link below this to join, and it starts tomorrow the 4th of November and runs through to the 30th of November. Have any questions at all, please let me know. Be sure to contact me if you do have any questions. Have a wonderful crafty week, and I will see you all next week. Until then, take care. Bye bye.